All right, everybody, it is noon. It is Monday, May 24th, 2021, and it is the day after the PGA Championship, what once was the forgotten major. I'm Adam Grubb. That's Keith Stewart from ESPN Radio in New York, and the Stick and Hack Reacts today is all about the PGA. I wish that we could talk about anything else, but I don't know if it's possible, Keith, because Phil Mickelson at 50 years, almost 51, just won his sixth major, just won the PGA Championship, and just brought together. First of all, he ended the pandemic, so congratulations to Phil. I don't know if you watched it yesterday, listeners and watchers, but nobody cared.
It's over.
Nobody cared about COVID yesterday.
Yeah.
But it was such an iconic, incredible moment for Phil and for golf. Your reaction, Phil winning the PGA Championship?
Well, I got to go with Phil. I got to go 2 thumbs up. You know how he loves to throw that thumbs up. I mean, it's a happy day for the PGA of America, for golf fans, for everybody. I mean, it's really tough to put into perspective what he just accomplished. And I know that people are trending towards being healthier later in life, but at 50 years old, to play the type of golf on that length golf course, that demanding a golf course, is truly inspirational. And I love how happy Phil is. And I think that really kind of resonated through the storyline of the whole week as it was building more and more and more. He seemed very accepting of his situation, which I think was super cool. And, Adam, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Right? Is Phil the second greatest golfer of our generation?
Of our generation, absolutely, without a doubt. There's he's won 45 times. He has six majors. And he is 50 years old and beloved by many. You don't get a lot of Phil haters out there. In the Tiger camp, you love Tiger, you hate Tiger. Phil, he's your sometimes your wacky uncle making weird videos in the corner. But Phil is everything about golf that we love, which is that he never quit. He is fit as a fiddle. He is probably as well seasoned a veteran golfer mentally and physically that we've ever seen. There was no storyline that would have been acceptable this weekend other than Phil winning once he took the lead. And anything short of that, I think, would have been a disappointment to many golf fans, especially in our generation. Now, some of the younger guys probably wanted to see some of the younger guns. We had the Jordan conversation, which, ironically, I didn't even realize that Phil's got one more major to go before he hits the career Grand Slam. But the Jordan conversations and some of those early storylines, they dissipated pretty quickly by Saturday morning, and it was all Phil all weekend. But I have to ask you, on Sunday at 2:20, did you think that, first of all, the first 3 holes were some of the strangest holes of golf I've ever seen, back to back to back? But did you actually believe that Phil would hold off Brooks in a major at Kiowa?
You know what? I actually did, and I haven't been a huge fan. I'm a Tiger guy for forever, but the calmness that Phil showed behind those sunglasses, it to me was the sort of thing that I felt like the pressure was really on Brooks or Louis or some of the other players that were involved. And for Phil at 50, being a wild card at that age and doing something that certainly no one's ever done before, basically in any form of professional sport. I felt like Phil really had an opportunity. And what was really kind of cool to me, kind of putting a bow on the whole thing, was that when he sat down in front of the media when it was all over, he said, this could be my last win ever. So it begs the question, Adam, do you think it's Phil's last win on the PGA Tour?
I do not. There's no chance. I don't see how that's even possible. And, the Champions Tour at this point is going, hey, Phil, why don't you stay over there for a little bit longer, my man? And we'll see you in 10 years, all right? I don't see how he can't win again. He is at that golf that he showed over the weekend at one of the toughest courses in the country, and specifically one of the toughest courses in majors over the last several years. Unbelievable. And I'm so happy for him. I'm happy for golf. Now, I will shift the conversation to reaction number 2 from you, Keith, because there was no doubt that 2 thumbs up, happy reactions all over the place for Phil. But the second reaction from you is the crowd control. So coming down 18, reminiscent of 18, I believe 2018 with Tiger when he won at Eastlake, and the fans poured in this iconic moment that happened then. 3 years later, we had something very similar where fans were pouring in over the ropes onto 18 and following him in this heroic like fashion. It was awesome from above. It had to have been scary inside that huddle of 1,000 people coming down 18. Were you okay with the reaction of the fans and that moment in golf as Phil comes up 18 and Brooks is stuck in 100 yards back in the throes of what could only be called a rugby style huddle?
You know, this is a tradition that's been going on for decades over in the British Open. And I always wondered why it didn't happen over here on a Sunday coming up the final hole when we kind of knew what was going to happen. And in this case, I mean, there could have even been a chance that there was a playoff and everyone came out. Now, you can't expect the Volunteers to stop everybody. And after the 2018 Tiger Woods Tour Championship wave of people coming down the hill at Eastlake, I mean, all bets are off. You know, the fans feel like they're really involved. And Phil is that type of, like, you know, every person player. You know, people really feel a connection to him. So I feel like they were drawn to him, almost like, you know, the Millennium Falcon and the tractor beam to the Death Star. I mean, people just love this guy. And they came out. But that's a tradition that's been going on for decades across the pond. I'm kind of happy that we've accepted it. You know, during what we've been through for the last year and a half, was it the smartest thing in the world? I don't know. Phil did say, you know, hey, folks, it was kind of unnerving. But at the same time, you know, I think that emotionally, a lot of people don't know what to do with themselves right now. Mm-hmm. And Phil was a very positive reminder of good things to come. And they just felt drawn to him and they ran out. I know Brooks got his knee banged up a little bit, and I feel bad for that. But at the same time, you know, you can't control a crowd like that when they're that tied up in all the emotion of the moment. I'm just happy that you know, nothing terrible happened. My reaction for you is that, you know, it's a meh. You know, it's kind of like not thumbs up, not thumbs down. Mainly because, you know, it's probably not the safest thing in the world right now, but I do think it's good for golf.
So in any other sport, you have rabid fans and you have these chants and these people that just get together and they rush the field, or they're bouncing up and down in unison in soccer. I think I caught one of those soccer matches one time in my life by accident, but all the people are bouncing up and down, right? There are these moments for fans that they cannot control themselves. And in golf, don't normally have that. We have the eruption of cheers for a great shot, and then the die down, and then the next shot. This was an eruption of excitement for the fact that fans were on the course. They were out in public. They were chasing Phil, who's 50 years old and winning a major. And you cannot control that. I think it's awesome for golf. I think it's awesome for that sport because it's the same argument I have when it comes to the yelling and chanting at the Ryder Cup and at the Waste Management Open and some of these where there's this kind of atmosphere that is much different than what traditional golf fans are used to watching, and it takes away that golf is boring storyline right away. I love it. You didn't ask, but I love it. And I thought it was awesome. And that drone shot from above was unbelievable. I do feel bad for Brooks because he was stuck. I mean, if you're coming in second place, you're losing the major, and now you got to be in this crowd of people that are following anybody but you. Not the best. All right, so we move now to reaction number 3, Keith, and that is simply, where is golf today? How can it get any better in 2021 with all the storylines from the Masters to the PGA? We're 2 majors in, and we already have 2 iconic moments in golf, as well as the fans coming back, golf at its absolute peak across the nation and the world, except for Canada, where I think they just opened up the golf courses 2 days ago. Tell me, Keith, how does this year get better? What's your reaction to golf 2021?
Oh, Adam, obviously 2 thumbs up for golf in 2021, but 4 thumbs up for the fact that it's going to get better. You better believe it's going to get better, and I'll tell you why. Here's why. Half the country just started playing golf. We're talking about the sticks and hacks out there. We're just getting out there. It's May. We have a whole full season ahead of us. And now we have this type of inspiration, whether it's Hideki's story, Spieth's story, Richard Bland's story from last week, now Phil's story. I mean, unbelievable. And how about somebody like Ricky Fowler? Well, guess what? For every Ricky Fowler, there's a Harry Higgs. I mean, we got the big rig in our life now. There are new superstars coming out. I got 2 words for you. Ryder Cup. It's coming. And hopefully the PGA got the memo. The fans are rabid and they're ready to go. So, maybe a couple extra volunteers. I don't know. But that thing's going to be out of control when they go up to Whistling Straits in September. And you know what? In a lot of ways, I like what Phil had to say. He goes, I've gotten a lot healthier because of this great reset. I reset my body on a weekly pattern, but I also, have kind of taken this time over the last year and a half to reset my mind, reset my plan, my process, myself, right? I think everyone's experienced a great reset. And I think that that's really allowed us to value exactly what is so important. And that's why you're seeing some of these great champions come to the forefront. So guess what? We've had no DJ, JT, not since the Players, the X-Man, Xander. I mean, the U.S. Open's coming in 4 weeks. I mean, 7 days from now, we have the Women's U.S. Open. Is it going to get any better? Yeah.
He's Keith Stewart from ESPN Radio and Stick and Hack Reacts. I'm Adam Grubb. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Monday afternoon on the heels of a showcase performance from Phil Mickelson. And if you're 50 and over, hell, if you're 40 and over, everything's possible. Just look at Phil and what he did over the weekend. Keith, have a great day. Thank you so much for your reactions today.
Hey, I appreciate it, Adam. As always, enjoy the grub, everyone. It's lunchtime.